All right, what we have here is probably a really bad idea. I don't have a spring spreader for the rear end. Usually you put a spring spreader in here and it will take the tension off so you can get the spring out, so you can replace the shackle or anything else. What I'm going to do, I have these clamps on here. I'm clamping that leaf spring up in place, clamping it all together, hopefully for a while. There's a bolt that runs down through all the leaves. These springs have a lot of potential energy bound up inside of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nut off the bottom side and remove these nuts very carefully to release the tension so that I can get the shackle off this side that you can't see right now, but I'll move you in a minute and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, in a world of bad ideas, let's give it a shot. So this is what we have to do the work on down in here. It snapped off here, the grease zerk broke off, and everything just kind of fell apart down in there. We have another one that we pulled off of an old rear end, and we'll see if we can get it to do what it's supposed to. You'll have to forgive. You're out of... There we go. And my tripod broke too, so you are electrical taped to the tripod stand. So let's see what happens. I have to get a socket for that, which I believe is 3/4 or 11/16. And we need a 9/16 for under here. You can just hit that with a regular wrench. And yeah, let's get it going. Okay, the basic theory is, turns out these aren't 3/4, I think they're 7/8, not a wide. Can't really get that one in. Great. Gonna make me do it freehand. We've got the 7/8 wrench. Hang on. Right, like I said, I believe it's 7/8. Yep, that's a 7/8. So, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to let this center right down here that you can't see. I'm going to let this guy down very slowly, and that is going to release the pressure, these are all compacted and held together with this. What I'm going to do is release this nut, and it's going to release the pressure on them. They're going to slowly unbend, and hopefully these are also going to help hold it in place. Once I get it to a certain point, we'll start backing these off to release the pressure slowly, and hopefully not kill me in the process. Kill, damage, or otherwise give my wife a reason to be angry at me for doing this. Did we really not have that tightened up? Now, where is our handy dandy Lucas? We might as well oil everything down here. Come in from the top, let you run down. spare nut on here. I really wish I could get my ratchet on there, but I cannot. So, it is what it is, right? Motherfucker. Okay, a couple of notches off of that. Let's loosen these a little bit. What the heck, we'll loosen them a lot. This is just a little painful. Okay, got about a 1/2 inch there. Let's loosen this side. So I had two different ideas. One was pull off the whole back end from the mud hen and toss it onto this. But I said to myself, you know what? You have to go through a good portion of this process just to get the rear end off the mud hen. Plus, the mud hen has a float-a-motor mount on the rear end of it, which I don't want to have to go through all the problems switching over. This is the original mounts on the motor. So, if you're a Model A guy, you understand what I'm saying. If you're not, then you don't. Hear that clunking? That is that spring pack decompressing. Now we're going to put it so there's just pressure on it. And we'll undo this a little bit more. Oh, I'm an idiot and turned it the wrong way. As I say, I am an untrained mechanic. No one's ever taught me how to do any of this stuff. I'm a YouTube mechanic to the max. Okay, we're still not really putting pressure on these guys. So let's see how the pressure here is. No. Maybe we'll back those off a little bit more. See what we back on. That one's pretty loose there. And even if I was a trained mechanic, if I was a trained Model A mechanic, that'd make me, 100 and some years old at this point, which some days I feel like I am. Ultimately, when you're just doing something to have a little bit of fun, my engines put them together. I don't know if you caught my last build, last engine I was working on. It is still holding together. Compression's a little low. I think I'm running about 90 pounds of compression on it right now. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, 90 pounds when I checked it a couple weeks ago. Which normally would be a great compression, but considering there's a high compression head on it, yeah, it's not too good, but you know, when you put used, oh, that was new pistons. When you put pistons that are kind of the wrong size in, a little on the small side, it could use to be bored out. But I don't do boring. The only thing boring is, you know, just basically me. This way. This way. Okay, my last will and testament, if this thing springs loose and kills me, if my son has no desire and my daughter have no desire for these vehicles, I'd like my granddaughter London to have a shot at them. And she's the one. Actually, I never put that video up. London learned to drive Model A in the field when she was 13 years old. Which is always going to be a great memory for me because, you know, the joy, simple joy of it all. All right. I'm getting a little nervous with this now. Get my hands out of there, because this nut is going to give way really soon. And when this nut gives way, I don't know if everything's going to go sprang, if the spring's going to force this up, or if they're going to come shooting down and, you know, do damage to my tender bits. So, back these guys off a little bit more. Alright, we're going to take that down, so castellations, so in there, let's drop that one down. No, yeah, we're going to take it down until the castellations are even with the bottom of the thread. We'll do the same thing on this side. Not a lot of pressure on there right now because I can spin that by hand, or by fingers as it were. Once in a while, you just gotta whack it. With a big fucking hammer. Oh, those tightened right up. Loosen you up. Snug you. Loosen you up. And snug you. Let me get you down here. I don't know if you can see it. Not really, can you? Maybe over here. See, we got a gap forming in there. And that's what we're looking for, because ultimately, when it gaps out enough, we can finish getting everything out of there. I guess I shouldn't have turned that phone upside down, huh? Right there, I think. I'm really surprised that there's not more tension coming into play here. A little rust, you think? Oh, that one's giving out a little bit. Maybe it's, I think because that shackle is snapped on that side, there's not as much tension on this side. All right. Back to pulling this good boy out. Oh, wow, that's tight. Again. It's just about off of there, and when it comes off, it's going to drop down. It's going to hit these. And hopefully, not kill me in the process. Okay, that nut is off. It's being held in place by our C-clamps and the, I don't know, what do they call these? C-clamps? Right. Let's get dangerous. A couple of those. Ease off. There. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure in there. I'm not going to put my face over that when I'm doing this, I think. Pretty soon, this is going to go spline. Spline, you like that? Pretty sure that's a real word. Spline. And all those leaves will probably drop down out of there. And I'll have to restack them when I'm done with this process. All right. A little looser. Clamp it over there. A little looser. Clamp it over there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this the frame is slowly coming up. Okay. Nerves are getting me now. loose. That is not. There again, I'm pretty sure the right side there is loose because of that broken shackle. Okay. One off. Two off. All right. We're going to loosen the other side. Back these guys off. Turn. Alright, castellated nut is off. Oh, this one's tight. Back you off a little bit. Back you off a little bit. Just gotta tighten up. I can't turn it very well. That's one. Ow. You know, just whack your finger against things, huh? Oof, oof, duh. Okay, all this holding that spring in place. Sorry, I had to check to make sure the camera was still running. Is these guys. So let's back them off ever so slowly. Yeah, let me drop you down and see if I can get you in here. Hold on. All right, there, I think. Yep, I think you can see what I'm dealing with. See that gap? As I said, there's a lot of potential energy stored up in those springs. So we're just going to back them off as slowly as we can. A lot of guys, if it wasn't on the vehicle, a lot of people would have wrapped it in a chain as well as a C-clamp to prevent everything from just catapulting all over the place. Let's get you real close. There we go. Yeah, we're going to keep at all times just a little bit of tension on that C-clamp. A lot of rust there. This one's never been apart. At least I never took it apart. See everything going up in the air there? Ooh, no. The other thing is I'm trying to keep the spring pack somewhat together if I can. All right. Yeah. Look at that. All right. I like it. Now, you release the pressure on here because this bottom leaf by itself, none of these leaves have a lot of pressure except these top ones. Smaller springs really have a lot of tension. But we'll release this bottom one to get that shackle off, and we'll replace that shackle. All right, now we pulled the cotter pins. I pulled the cotter pins. I'm going to get in here with a 5/8. I wish I could find my 5/8 ratcheting, but I'm going to get in here with a 5/8. I'm going to take these castellated nuts off. At that point, what's probably going to happen is everything at that point will go sprying and go all over the place. So, stick around with me for some noise. Holy Moses. I'll show this to you guys. The springs have ground right down into the spring underneath. Yeah, I'll show it to you guys in a minute. Okay. Then like this. A little of this. I mean, I actually only have to get this one off because with that shackle broken, once I take this nut off, I can just whack that right through. And then we can worry about this one, but, you know, what the heck. Let's see if he wants to give a quick blast. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Like butter. I've pretty much gotten lucky with most of this stuff. Is it all has come apart really easily for me. Now once in a while you gotta fight with something for a little while, but save that. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'll restack the rear leaves after. Might end up replacing this bottom one. We'll see how it goes. All right. Got a BFH. And our worst screwdriver. I guess I gotta apply a little bit of tension there. There's not enough tension. It's got a tension deficit. We want it to release just a little bit. It's hard hard to get a C-clamp to work on a flat surface sometimes. Alright, let's see if we can knock that out of there. Otherwise, we'll just go to work on the other bolt, or the other nut rather. It's not a big idea. Big deal rather. Yeah, that was a poor idea, huh? There we go. Oh, all right. Now we got to get this guy out. I'll be right back. This is what that noise was. That entire spring pack giving way and dropping all over. I guess I'll have to restack and reattach all that. But first, we're going to get that shackled the rest of the way out. And I will bring you back when I start trying to get all this back on here where it's supposed to be. And we'll get that shackle in. And then we'll be ready to move forward with this. All right. I like saying that, all right? Okay, while you were gone, or while I was gone, one or the other. What's going on there? I jacked up the frame so I could access everything here. Now, this shackle, this spring rather, with this shackle that's really stuck. Where'd the hammer go? Is this stuck? Yeah. Anyway, I have to put this shackle here on this leaf spring. Gonna have to wrestle it on. You know, normally you'd talk about changing bushings and stuff, but I think I have enough bushing left there that I won't have to worry about it. We'll just grab some grease and schmutz it on there, and we'll see if we can get going here. Hang on. Okay, let's do this thing. Are we running? Yep. Yeah, what did I just do with the shackle? Took it across the room with me, no doubt. Why do I do that? Now, hopefully these grease zerks will still work and I can get some grease through these holes. You know what? Let's work on those a little bit. Where's my pick? So my grease gun is something I use about twice a year. So I never seem to be able to lay my hands on it. Where am I? I'm over here. Already cleared out one side. I'm just clearing this side out now. But from what I can tell, everything was just compacted with mud. And I think if we get that out of there, we'll be able to get some grease down into those zerks a little bit later. When I find my grease gun that I use 2 times a year. All right, where were we? We're over there. We'll schmutz some grease on these guys. Force it down, some down into those holes. All around. there's grooves in here, which I actually don't know whether they go on the top or the bottom. No, I think about it, but you know what? As long as the grease is coming through in some direction, I don't think it's going to matter much. Yeah. Slide you through there. And we'll clean this guy up just a little bit. No, we won't. We're not going to clean him at all. Who am I kidding? And pop you on. Yeah, on the wrong one. That would have been smart, huh? Pop you on up there. Yep, everything will fit there. Now, what we have to do is we're going to lift the frame, lift this up because it's kind of wedged in here. You can see where it's scratching back and forth. And I got to get it lined up with our shackle again. Don't enjoy this part, but you got to freak it. All right. Getting close. Check this out, new shop rags. All right, we have to get another 2 inches over there so we can slide both of these in at the same time. She's got to go up, huh? All right. What do we have that we can wedge in there, huh? Maybe a dirty piece of 2x4 will help us out. Woo! Hey! Whoa, going with my fingers. Well, height-wise, we're almost there. We just got to get those two in together. I think it's going to take more than my weight to do it. How about we take a ratchet strap. We'll run the ratchet strap around here and see if we can bring that up. As I say, in the world of bad decisions, we'll find out. All right. Here. See what we can do. That's a little better. Doesn't sound good, huh? Oof. And we're stripping. Come on. It's a little farther. Oh. How's that? You know, another ½ inch. You got to give me another ½ inch here. Come on. Another ratchet strap, maybe. Oh, that was the well, the jack stand's falling. Let's sling another ratchet strap on there, see what we can do. Maybe we'll just change the name of this to Andy's Bad Ideas. A new bad idea coming to you every week. All right. I'll put it down here on this one. Kind of swing it around this way, you know? Stuff would be a lot less dangerous if you did it the proper way. Right, let's see if that'll help us at all. That looks like that's gonna do it. Hammer. Bring you guys back in a little bit. I think we're about lined up. Think that gave me another ½ inch? Oh, ever so close. Ever so close. Ever so close. All right. Let's free these things back up. This one's going to be interesting trying to get loose. She's wedged good too. She's wedged. Can't imagine why. Well, that's not good. How can I manage that? I know I didn't allow myself enough slack in it, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Well, shit. Didn't need that one anymore anyway, did we? There we go. Wow, that's really tight. Come on. Let loose. Hammer. All right, well, the shackle is mounted on there. We'll get it all evened out. And what I'm going to have to do is go get some threaded rod to run down through the spring so I can stack all those up. I'm also going to have to jack this up farther so we can do it upright. Yeah, I know. It would have been easier to take the rear axle off. No, it wouldn't. It's cold, and I'm really not into laying on the cement right now. So, but we have the shackle on. We're going to throw some nuts on there and tighten down. Then we're going to come back, and we're going to start stacking these leaves on and get her all put back together and get it to a rolling frame before we're done. That doesn't look sketchy at all, does it? So I haven't tried to put those bolts on yet because, oof, sorry about that. I guess we have to change your position a little. Let's move you back here. There we go. Now you can see the full sketchiness. Now I have to get all of these spring packs. All of these onto there, get them tightened up and tightened down. I think the first thing we're going to have to do is a little bit of cleaning. So, without further ado, I guess we got a wire wheel or a drill with a wire wheel on it, and we have a tub of grease here. I guess we better get going. you get the gist. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 more to do. Maybe we'll pull one out of there. I don't know. We got 9 more to do, and I will bring you back when we start putting this little bolt through that whole stack to make it stay together.